peace.
Hey, peace and blessings.
How's it going, my brother?
Hey, we here above the ground, not under the ground. Another good day.
That's right. That's right. Man, so I see you here. I see you wiping down your truck, man. I wanted to ask you a few questions. You know, I see a young brother wiping down his truck, taking pride into what he do with his lifestyle. So what got you into trucking?
You know, as I was fascinated as a little boy into trucking, you know, grew up in the country with my grandmother in the summer times. On side of the highway, you saw a lot of log trucks and dump trucks. And I was just fascinated how machines so big and so powerful can be driven by a small man, even like myself, compared to the trucks. So my dad, my granddad, a lot of uncles, they were into it. And so I just kind of fell in that trend. Love to travel, you know, love to see the creation, you know, what God created, the nature. And just love what I do. It's fun, it's exciting, it's energetic, you know.
Where are you from?
Houston, Texas.
Wow.
A long way from home.
Man, a long ways from home.
Absolutely.
So you've been traveling most of the pandemic, huh?
Absolutely. Actually, trucking and freight, it actually picked up, you know, being an essential worker. Things that were essential goods such as hand sanitizer, disinfectants, masks, gloves, you know, just trying to keep the economy moving, but also safe at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
So while the money was going down for most of America, you being an essential worker, you were able to see a flux of money, more cash, a surplus of money coming in.
You can say that, but I think it was, you know, money wasn't a driving force. It was just a desire and a passion to want to see the economy strong again, to want to see my family, your family have the things that we all needed. But of course, it was the incentive of, you know, financial compensation. So it's always a plus, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
So, okay, I see that you maintain your shape. Most truck drivers that I see, you know, they're usually on the heavier side. I mean, you got weight to you too, but it's in shape, it's strength. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you maintain physical health while you on the road? Because you sit down, like, how many hours a day?
11.
11 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a long time, right? In one seat.
In one seat,
right,
man.
Right.
How do you find time or just energy or motivation to get up and exercise?
I would say first it's a mental aspiration. You know, it has to be mind over matter. You know, so when you get the mental down, the physical it'll follow suit. So for me, I try to set a schedule early in the week, and that schedule actually doesn't start with the workout. It starts with Walmart. You know, I may go and get my vegetables, organic fruits, my protein. You know, anything that's healthy to the body. Anything. I love a lot of, when I say produce, things that were grown out the field because it's all natural. So you want to make sure you're not putting things that have been shotting up or things with toxins in it in your body. So I definitely start with Walmart, making sure I get the essential things that I need for out here. And then too, you know, that willpower, that determination. I try to take advantage of downtime. Either I'm wiping on the truck.
Yeah,
or,
you gotta look nice.
Yeah, or I'm trying to, you know, kind of get it in, get a little hour of power in. So it's definitely a mental aspiration, and anything you want to do, you will do. And I just kind of keep that goal in mind, knowing, hey, I want to go home. I want to be healthy for my children. I want to go home to a healthy wife. So I got to make sure I'm healthy so I can keep up with them when I do get home. You know.
Right, setting the standard, being a leader. Man, wow, that's great. That's important. So what are some of the benefits of being in shape? Is it just for the aesthetic, you know, or?
I think appearance is the least of it, but for me, it's longevity. You know, I want to be physically fit and able to do the things that I did at 20 now that I can do at 35, and I want to be able to do when I turn 50 in those years, you know. So just kind of want to be able to keep up with the kids for now, but eventually I'm going to have to try to keep up with the grandkids, and, you know, that's going to be the biggie. That's going to be the test, am I really in shape or not? So I think it's more so just want to live a healthy lifestyle, want to be on earth as long as I can and live prosperous on earth. But also, you know, it feel good, you know, summertime, it feel good to kind of put that t-shirt on and flex a little bit, you know. So it's a lot of benefits of it, but you know, they all run parallel with each other, you know, staying in shape, looking good, and feeling good, you know.
So how would a young person when did you get into trucking, and how long have you been in it?
Yeah, I pursued trucking. I started local in 2005.
Started local?
Yeah, I was just in Houston. Didn't know anything about over the road. Never thought I'd be up in Michigan, Detroit. You know, so I was local. And you know, I was a man of faith, but I didn't apply it the way I read it. And so one day I just had to step out on faith. I had to kind of say, you know what, I got a goal, and the only way to reach that goal is you got to be confident in yourself. You know, you can work for somebody else and they believe in you. Why can't I work for myself and believe in my own boss that I'm believing in? You know, so for me, I stepped out on faith and I got over the road. So altogether, I've been driving about 15 years now. This is actually my second truck. You know, I got my first truck on my own about 8 years ago, and paid that off and put a driver in that. And then I got this big blue for my birthday. As you can see, that's my favorite color. So, you know, just give our honor and glory to God, because without Him, I could have done anything. So, just kind of following what I love to do. And my grandfather always said, one of the last things he told me as a little boy, he said, always find something that you love to do, because when you're doing what you love to do, you'll never have to work at it a day in your life. It's a passion.
So it's not the money, it's your passion. It's what you love to do, because this is a strenuous job. It's wearing on the mind, it's wearing on the body, but because you have a love and a passion, that connection for it, it doesn't feel like work to you.
Sometimes. I mean, when you deal with so many personalities, it's just like you're in your car. When you leave here and you go home, from here to home, it may be a 10-minute or 20-minute drive, but in that 10 or 20 minutes, you're going to deal with the other people and the cares of the road, whether it's the weather, the temperature, or that pedestrian next to you, or that driver on the side of you that wants to get in front of you, or that's saying you're going too slow or you're going too fast. So it can have its stress levels, but as you get older, you learn how to deal with those things, because it becomes repetitious and routine. And if you want to have a pleasant and polite day, well, you gotta be the first to be kind. So if that means I have to slow down, or if that means I have to take the loss, even though I'm in a bigger truck, but I gotta let that little Mazda 626 get in front of me, hey, that's how you make the best of your day. It's not what people do to you, it's your response. It's how you respond. And that makes a big difference in your day.
Man, that's great. Anything else you want to say to the people out there?
I just want to encourage people to don't allow negative and naysayers keep you from your destiny. You know, a lot of times people will tell you can't do it because they didn't do it. A lot of times people will tell you it won't work because it didn't work for them. But anything you set your heart on, you got to remember those 6 inches. Your heart has to run parallel with your mind. But most importantly, anything that you believe in, you trust God for. He said He'll give you the desires of your heart. And wherever your heart is, that's what He's going to give you. But you got to honor Him first. You know, you pray and then you plan. Before I got this truck or my last truck, I knew what I wanted, but I ultimately wanted what my Creator wanted. And once I prayed, then I was able to plan, knowing that it was a prosperous plan, and it came into fruition. You know, so I just encourage people to follow your heart's desires. You know, everybody has a purpose. We live on purpose. We should. You know, and sometimes things may not work the first time, but it doesn't mean you stay down. A lot of times, if you're gonna fall, if you're gonna fail, fall and fail forward, and you just keep going and you keep going. So, you know, peace and blessings to America. Stay masked up. You know, hopefully the pandemic begins to subside, and you know, we're gonna get this thing back to normal and keep growing higher and higher.
Indeed. Thank you, LB. Peace, peace.